Today is day 5 of hiking, day 6 of my trail attempt. When last we spoke, I got off the trail to take a zero and spent the night at a friend's place. Yesterday I rested, and I'm certainly glad I did. They said my heat exhaustion was getting worse, and I'm glad I did. And luckily today I am slack packing, so I have only what I need for the day, and all of my gear is at my friend's place, and I'm hiking to their house tonight, and hopefully we'll continue tomorrow. So I still have a bit of a safety net in case I'm not well enough to continue. But already this morning, bit of a later start, enjoying coffee and friendship. But already how much faster I can move without that weight in my pack right now. So I think it'll be a good test today if I'm well enough to continue. Because if not, I can acknowledge the fact that I probably would have had to get off trail permanently if I didn't have somebody to save me. In the past, I've had to get off trail for dehydration and heat exhaustion. And 2 days ago, I was in a spot where if I kept going, it was going to get really bad. So I'm glad that I know enough to call it. But it's nice that I was able to have some help and some support, so I didn't actually have to get off trail and go home. I was able to rest and recover, and then I can test the waters today, so to speak. So let's go. Well, it's 32 degrees with the humidity, but it's overcast. It feels a lot different than it did the last few days. It's been drizzling on and off. I'm mostly protected in the trees, but the mosquitoes have been brutal this morning. I just stopped to put bug lotion on again. I'm just sweating it off faster than I can put it on. But finished the Wolverton Conservation Area, Wyona Conservation Area, and I'm just finishing up the Vine Mount Conservation Area. I have about maybe 3.5 kilometers or so until I reach the start of the Devil's Punch Bowl, so I'm looking forward to that. And somebody's been in doing some trail maintenance recently. It's been looking really nice. Well done. Jeez Louise. Oh, these are not friendly. Oh, oh my God. Interesting. For reference, I'm 5'10". Oh, and nothing spaced properly. It's odd. Oh, okay. All right. I'm climbing up a side trail. A very steep side trail that comes up to the top of Devil's Punch Bowl. Holy crap, this is a climb. Whew. The other side trail comes off the Bruce and doubles back about 1 kilometer, I think. So I decided to try this because I wanted to get a better look, and now I'm almost up. There's no turning back. Well, I've come back down the side trail. I still had a ways to go to the top. I already did a rock face that if I had my full pack weight right now, I've been able to do. But then it went to a sheer wall, and I was trapped where I was, so I am not a billy goat. So I doubled back. Getting down that spot was a little rough. Slid down on my bum part ways, and then got a cut. Whew. Problem is I'm out of water, and the closest water I think is Feckler Falls, if there's water running there. That's a few kilometers from here still. I'm not sure how many that is. Anyway, so if you're gonna do the side trail, find the actual blue side trail. I would not recommend this. think Faulkner Falls, whatever. It's about 4 kilometers from here. I still have to get to the main trail. Oh, well, at least I had the smarts to turn around, but I figured I was pretty close to the top, that's why I kept going. My brain still isn't firing properly. I don't know if it was the heat exhaustion or if it's my fibromyalgia brain fog, but yeah. So, don't go this way. So, we're at the Faulkner Falls Conservation Area. There's lots of space up top here. Once you climb that escarpment, it's a slow, gradual climb. There's lots of places that you could wild camp if you needed to. This was on my list if I needed to, but my plans changed because I was able to slack pack and mix up my days a little bit here. I'm headed to my buddy's house. But I mean, even right here, nice, flat, clear. We're over in the bush. There's houses on the other side, but I don't think anybody would really bother you here. I'm getting near Faulkner Falls, and I guess this is one of the runoff streams from it. There must be water up top. I was just able to fill up my water. You know, it's been probably an hour and a half, 2 hours since I've run out of water. The last creek was dry, and that was the only creek that well, there was other creeks today, but the only one that seemed large enough on a map that would actually still have water. The trail before that yesterday I took the day off, but did I get back on the trail here? Let me go back around. The problem is, the day before that, over Grimsby and the rest of the trail that I did, I think there was only one spot to get water in the morning. This is becoming a real issue. Like today I brought water and I'm slack packing going back to my friend's place tonight as I make my way to Hamilton. But I don't know, I'm gonna have to play it by ear. I know I probably sound pretty whiny, that's all I talk about is the heat and water, but I mean really those are the important things right now for me. You know, I was very well hydrated when I started this morning. Yesterday I must have drank, oh my God, 10 liters of water, I don't know. And I drank the water that I brought. It's not as hot as it was, it's still hot. I mean, I'm drenched in sweat. You know, it's getting near kind of supper time, and I hadn't crossed water yet. You know, so let alone just to keep me going right now. But it's also, you know, like at the end of the day, trying to get camp water, trying to get water throughout the day. It's the 2 days before that, the only water I got was by knocking on people's doors. Which is also a pain because then I have to go off trail and reconnect. Anyway, I'm okay right now, but I'm gonna have to play this by ear. You know, when I start getting dehydrated, my brain doesn't function properly. That's when accidents happen. It's when I make bad decisions. Oh, the path is nice and wide and pretty flat right now. It's nice on the feet, easy going. Oh, that's pretty. The GoPro probably doesn't do it justice. It's a sizable canyon, kind of like the Devil's Punch Bowl, but I didn't get to see the top of that. There was no water running down that. It's really pretty. is day 6 hiking, day 7 of my trip. Because of how I've been feeling, my friend's letting me slack pack again today. So I Ubered back to the trailhead and he will pick me up at the end of the day. I'm still debating whether or not to continue the trail. With water sources, the way my body's still feeling. I'm having some foot and ankle problems, my knee hurts. I don't know, just all round, you know, but I'm gonna keep motoring for now and see how I feel. I'm through the city of Hamilton right now. Holy cow, those are some stairs. But looks like the trail does not use them, thank goodness. Whew. There has been more water through Hamilton than I've seen on the entire trail. Crazy. You know, they got a bit of rain here last night, but more water than anywhere I've seen. Today there's water. It's strange. So like today part of me's feeling better some of the time. It's like I go through these waves, these motions, where for a bit, you know, I'm almost in tears, ready to go home. I, you know, feel dizzy, my head hurts, and I'm nauseous, and then I've everything that ails me, and fatigue. Yet, you know, I also want to continue and go on. And it's like this back and forth dialogue in my head. You know, I don't know if anyone else goes through that, but I said, I know I'm dealing with other things. You know, so like I know I'm dealing with things like fibro and the heat, you know, and just being tired at the start of a hike. But you know, it's like this back and forth flip-flop. And you know, is it that I just want to do the trail? Or is it that my body is too done to continue? It's this like internal dilemma that I have. And then I get somewhere like this and I'm like, today, like, you know, there's water on the trail. It's a bit cooler. It's like, you know, I had a burst of energy for a little bit there. I was like, oh, okay, I'm doing okay. And then, you know, I'm feeling like I'm gonna throw up. My ankles and my feet are really bothering me. I don't know what's going on with the lateral sides of my feet, but anyway, you know, and then, you know, so I started off no energy, had like a little burst, and then the last maybe 2 hours I've barely had any energy again. You know, I'm eating, I have water today, I'm fairly hydrated, and you know, then I get a post this morning, you know, and it was like, oh, 2 years ago today, it was when I got off the Ganaraska Trail for, you know, dehydration and heat exhaustion. And, you know, I remember how I felt. And I don't think I feel as bad as I did then. But this is like carrying on. You know, and then, I mean, I don't want to make the call on the same day. That would be crazy as well. I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy today. You know, there's a battle going on in my mind right now, and figure I'm going to keep it real. You know, it sucks getting off the trail. You know, you spend months planning for something, and you're excited about it, and you worked your life around it, and then if you have to get off, you know, there's a real disappointment in it, you know, and you know, it's one of those things that you you don't want to do, but you have to know when you have to do it. And that's where I'm like, I think I keep talking myself out of it, or do I keep talking myself into it? I don't know. When you're not feeling well and you're not thinking straight, it's difficult, you know. But, you know, it's about moments like this. It's a nice little spot. Gonna hydrate, and then I'll keep trying to truck along. Well, I'm just in a little bit from a trailhead, and I'm gonna call it. I can't go on anymore. It's too much pain to keep walking, and I have nothing left. I can't even walk 500 meters without having to break. My body is done. You know, I think I'm gonna have to just do shorter trips for a while, and maybe put Thru-Hikes on hold, because I can only hike during the hot months due to my job, and my body just can't handle that. I can't handle the heat anymore. It's you know, it's making the fibromyalgia unbearable. So I'm gonna call it. It's good while it lasted. I'm about 130 kilometers in, and it'll be here if I get to come back at some point.